Kini ang inyo abyan, Donna Baldiviso nga magadulong sa inyo sang pinakaulhing nga updates kaga impormasyon natuloy sa mga programa kaga proyekto sang Civil Service Commission. It's January 7, 2013, nahauna nga Lunes sa tuig 2013. Let's start the new year right and leave behind all negative thoughts and deeds. Antes kita magasugod sa atong programa, karon nga aga ginatamyong naton sang Happy New Year ang tanan naton nga mga tagpalamati. Labi na gid ang mga opisyal kaga empleyado sang gobyerno gikan sa bugos nga rehiyon sa East, sa syudad kag probinsya sa Iloilo kag Negros Occidental, kaga sa probinsya sa Aklan, Antique, Capiz, Guimaras kag Negros Occidental. Maayong aga sa iyan. Maswerte naman ang tuig 2013 sa mga passers sa Career Service Examination, Paper and Pencil Test, Professional and Sub-Professional levels nga ginpatigayon sa Civil Service Commission sa tuong October 21, 2012. Diri sa Region 6, out of 1,467 examinees sa sub-professional level, 125 ang nakapasar sa eksaminasyon, samtang 684 naman ka-examinees ang nakapasar out of 5,275 para sa professional level. Sa kabilugan, may yara kita sang 809 ka mga passers para sa professional kag sub-professional levels sa tuong October 21, 2012 Career Service Examination diri sa Western Visayas. So para sa sub-professional level, top-notcher sa regional level si Keith Ashley N. Silva nga nakakuha sang rating nga 87.31. Si Keith Ashley ang nagkuha sang eksaminasyon sa aton testing center sa Bacolod City. Sa piyak nga bahin, naagom naman ni Justin Alec M. Cordova ang highest rating nga 87.39 sa bugos nga Region 6. Kagabugal gid naton bangod sa national level, si Justin Alec Cordova ang nag-rank nga second para sa professional level. Si Justin ang nagkuha naman sa eksaminasyon sa Kalibo, Aklan nga testing center. So congratulations sa tanan nga mga passers kag top-notcher sa aton nga career service exam, paper and pencil test for both professional and sub-professional levels. Karon nga adlaw pagkahiwato naman ang conferment sa Certificate of Eligibility para sa mga passers sa nasambit nga eksaminasyon, particularly those who took the examination diri sa aton testing center sa Iloilo City. So para naman sa mga luyag nga magkuha sa career service exam, paper and pencil test, mayara kita sang schedule sa April 14 kag October 13, 2013. Again, ang aton nga CSE paper and pencil test ang paghahiwaton sa April 14 kag October 13, 2013. So mahimo na kamo nga mag-file sa inyo application para sa April 14 nga examination. Deadline will be on February 28, 2013. So again, para sa mga interesado nga mag-apply sa Career Service Exam, Paper and Pencil Test on April 14, 2013, deadline for filing of applications is on February 28. Sa mga hindi makahingagaw sa scheduled nga exam sa aton Career Service Exam, mahimo man kamo magkuha sa nga computer assisted test. So yari ang aton dugang nga detalye ang sini. So applicants have to reserve a slot paagi sa aton nga online CSE Computer Assisted Test Application Reservation System. So ang aton opening was last December 17, 2012. So ang aton nga schedule for the computer assisted test is January 15, 17, and 18. From January 8 to 9, 2013, amo ang filing of application forms and schedule of personal appearance sa mga examinees. That's January 8 to 9 from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So ano ba lang scope sa examination sa computer-assisted test? So kaangay sa aton paper and pencil test, for professional level, this will be in English and Filipino. Ang coverage will include the following: vocabulary, grammar and correct usage, paragraph organization, reading comprehension, analogy, logic, and numerical reasoning. For sub-professional, still in English and Filipino, vocabulary, grammar and correct usage, paragraph organization, reading comprehension, spelling, clerical operations, and numerical reasoning. So to pass the test, examinees should get a general rating of at least 80. Kagamuyad tong aton nga update angot sa career service examination. Magluwas sa aton scheduled career service examination paper and pencil test for 2013, may natala naman kita nga eksaminasyon para sa fire officer examination and qualifying test para naman sa foreign service officer examination. So para sa mga luyag nga magkuha sang fire officer exam nga paghahiwaton sa March 10, 2013, mahimo na kamo nga mag-file sa inyo nga application. Ano bala ang tinutuyo sining fire officer exam? So this examination aims to establish a register of eligibles from which certification and appointment to second-level ranks sa ato nga Bureau of Fire Protection o kung BFP and other functionally related positions shall be made provided that the eligibles meet the qualifications and other requirements of the said positions. So ano ba lang eligibility which will result kung ikaw makapasar sa fire officer examination? So the eligibility will be called fire officer eligibility, and it will be considered appropriate for appointment to second-level ranks in the fire protection service and functionally related positions only, except for ranks under the Philippine National Police or PNP. So ang date of examination, as mentioned earlier, is on March 10, 2013. Kag ang period of filing of application, nagsugod na sa tong December 12, 2012, kag ini ang tubtob January 24, 2013. So, reminder para sa mga luyag kag mga interesado nga magkuha sa fire officer exam, you have only until January 24, 2013 agud nga mag-file sa inyong nga applications. So, ano ba lang ang scope o kung coverage sa fire officer exam? So, this is actually divided in two areas. We have general ability, which covers 25%. Kalakip sa general ability ang verbal, analytical, kag numerical reasoning. And 75% will be covered by the specialized area. And this includes the following. We have fire suppression, 30%. Under fire suppression, kalakip diri ang topics on pre-fire planning, firefighting techniques and procedures, tools and equipment, and apparatus. So again, fire suppression covers 30% of the examination. Second is fire safety and prevention, which covers 20%, So kalakip diri amo ang Fire Code of the Philippines, fire safety related codes, NFPA laws, and other BFP issuances. Kaangay sang building code kag electrical code. Kakalakip man diri amo ang BFP Citizens Charter and memorandum circulars and SOPs on fire safety inspection. So again, kalakip sa fire safety and prevention, which covers 20% amo ang Fire Code of the Philippines, fire safety related codes, and BFP issuances kaangay sang building kag electrical codes. Also included in the coverage is the BFP Citizens Charter, SOP, and memorandum circulars on fire safety inspection. Okay, another is fire investigation, and the fire investigation covers 15%. Kalakip diri amo ang law on arson in the Philippines, constitutional rights of the accused, prima facie evidence of arson, and rules of court. Subong man ang procedure and techniques in fire investigation, kaangay sang identification, preservation, and handling of evidence, and other related procedure and techniques, and SOPs on fire and arson investigation. And finally is administrative matters, which covers 10% of the examination. Republic Act 6975, Republic Act 9263 and 9592 and their implementing rules and regulations. Kagkalakip man sa coverage ng exam ang Civil Service Commission rules and regulations and qualification standards and ang BFP memo circulars and SOPs on administrative matters. So to recap, amoy ni ang masunod nga coverage sang fire officer exam. So para sa mga interesado nga magkuha sang fire officer exam, please take note of the following agud nga maka-review kamo sa naghahilapit na eksaminasyon. General ability, 25%, which covers verbal, analytical, and numerical reasoning. And specialized area covers 75%, which includes 30% fire suppression, 20% fire safety and prevention, 15% fire investigation, and 10% administrative matters. So, sa bugos nga pungsod, may yara kita sa 9 testing centers. Kag diri sa Region 6, ang aton nga testing center ang nahamtang sa Iloilo City. So, ano bala ang passing rating? So, to pass the test, kinahanglan nga makakuha sa rating at least 80 ang examinee para sa fire officer examination. So, again, the passing rating is 80 for the fire officer examination. Sa mga applicants, you are advised to carefully check kung bala nakapasar ka mo sa admission requirements. So, ano balang aton nga mga admission requirements? So, please take note of the following. First, must be a Filipino citizen, must be of good moral character, must be mentally and physically fit, must not have been convicted by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude or of disgraceful or immoral conduct, dishonesty or examination irregularity, drunkenness or addiction to drugs. Another requirement is must not have been dishonorably discharged from military service or dismissed for cause from any civilian positions in the government. Then, may kita sang age requirement at the date or time of filing of application. So, para sa mga private employees or individuals, must not be less than 21 nor more than 30 years of age. So, applicants must be born between January 24, 1983 and January 24, 1992. Para naman sa mga civilian employees ng PFP, incumbent government employees, kaga those with previous government service, ang age requirement is must not be less than 21 nor more than 45 years old. So applicants must be born between January 24, 1968 and January 24, 1992. Kag ang mga civilian employees ng BFP and government employees are required to submit a certification of employment from their authorized agency official. Isa pa gid ka admission requirement is must have completed a baccalaureate degree, must weigh not more than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to height, age, and sex, and may pa gid kita sang height requirement. Must be at least 5 feet 2 inches in height for female and 5 feet 4 inches in height for male. So, may man kita sang waiver for height requirement which will be automatically granted para sa mga applicants na kalakip sa mga cultural communities. Subject to submission of certification of membership to a cultural community issued by the National Commission on Indigenous People or NCIP. So, take note nga para sa mga uniformed employees of the BFP, may yara sang exemption. So, admission requirements on the age, weight, and height, kalakip man ang completion sang baccalaureate degree are excluded. That is only applicable or for the uniformed employees of the BFP. So the BFP will provide the Commission with a duly certified list of BFP uniformed employees for its reference sa pag-process sa mga applications. So another reminder para sa mga applicants, applicants with pending administrative, so kung mayara kamusang pending administrative and or criminal case, you can still take the examination. Kamo ang paghahatagan sang nagakaiko nga eligibility if you pass the examination. However, this is without prejudice sa outcome sang inyong pending cases. So if you are found guilty of grave offenses, ano ba lang matabo? If you are found guilty of grave offenses, ang inyong eligibility will be forfeited based on the penalty stated sa decision and pursuant to Section 52A of the Revised Rules on Administrative Cases in the Civil Service. So again, let's recap ang admission requirements. So please take note of the admission requirements and make sure that you qualify. So take note that only those who meet the admission requirements should apply for the examination. Otherwise, your application will be disapproved and the admission fees paid shall be forfeited. So take note again of the following admission requirements. Must be a Filipino citizen, of good moral character, mentally and physically fit, must not have been convicted by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude or of disgraceful or immoral conduct, dishonesty, examination irregularity, drunkenness, or addiction to drugs. Must not have been dishonorably discharged from military service or dismissed for cause from any civilian positions in government. Please take note also of the age requirement. For private individuals, must not be less than 21 nor more than 30 years of age, while for civilian employees of the BFP and incumbent government employees or those with previous government service must not be less than 21 nor more than 45 years old. Another requirement is must have completed a baccalaureate degree. Must weigh not more than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to height, age, and sex, and must be at least 5 feet 2 inches in height for female and 5 feet 4 inches for male. So again, a waiver for height requirement will be automatically issued to applicants belonging to cultural communities provided they will present a certification from the NCIP. And para sa mga incumbent uniform personnel of the BFP, iga-waive ang ato nga age requirement, degree, weight, kag height requirements. So take note again that applicants with pending administrative and criminal case may still take the exam and will be conferred the fire officer eligibility if they pass. But should they be found guilty of grave offenses, ang ilang eligibility will be forfeited. So amuya tong aton nga mga admission requirements para sa fire officer examination. So interested examinees, those who qualify for the admission are also required to submit the following application requirements. So please take note of the following. Fully accomplished application form. Amo ning aton nga Civil Service Form number 100 revised November 2012. CS Form number 100 revised November 2012. So reminder sa aton nga applicants, ang spaces for signature of applicant, right thumb mark, and right thumb mark on the form should be left blank. These shall only be accomplished in the presence and upon instruction of the CSC processor or authorized administering officer. So aside from the application form, you're also required to submit 4 copies of identical ID pictures with the following specifications. So dapat Philippine passport size, that is 1.8 by 1.4 inches, colored with white background, taken within 3 months prior to filing of application, printed on good quality photo paper, in standard close-up shot. So what do we mean when we say standard close-up shot? So this is from shoulder level up, with the head and face occupying at least 80% of the picture. Kaginhaglan man, with the name tag is positioned at approximately 1 inch below the chin. In bare face, so hindi pwede magsuksok sa eyeglasses or accessories that may cover facial features. The photo should also show the left and right ears. It should be taken in full face view directly facing the camera with neutral facial expression and both eyes open. And with the full and handwritten name tag in the format first name, middle initial, last name, and extension name if any, and signature over printed name. So take note that computer-generated name tags are not allowed. Then you also have to submit original photocopy of any valid ID containing your clear picture, date of birth, signature of the authorized head of the issuing agency, kaangay sang driver's license, SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, current office ID, current school ID, postal ID, BIR, barangay ID, voter's ID, valid passport, or police clearance. So in case that the cited IDs do not contain the required info, the applicant should present another valid ID containing the particular missing information. So IDs with lacking information, kaangay sang date of birth most especially, should be supported by a birth certificate issued or authenticated by the National Statistics Office or the local civil registrar. And there will also be an examination fee of 700 pesos. So failure to take the exam will mean forfeiture of the examination fee. Kag para sa recap sa atong application requirements on the fire officer exam, so please submit the following: ang inyong fully accomplished application form, CS form number 100 revised November 2012, 4 copies of identical pictures with the following specifications. So i-recap nato, no? The picture should be Philippine passport size, that is 1.8 by 1.4 inches, colored with white background, taken within 3 months prior to filing of application, printed on good quality photo paper, in standard close-up shot, from shoulder level up with the head and face occupying at least 80% of the picture, and with a name tag positioned at 1 inch below the chin. In bare face, with no eyeglasses or accessories that may cover facial features, showing left and right ears, taken in full face view directly facing the camera, with neutral facial expression and both eyes open, and with full and handwritten name tag in the format first name, middle initial, last name, and extension name if any, and signature over printed name. So take note that computer-generated name tags are not allowed. So you also have to submit an original photocopy of valid ID containing the applicant's clear picture, date of birth, signature, and signature of the authorized head of issuing agency. So among the IDs accepted are the following: driver's license, SSS, GSIS, PhilHealth, current company or school ID, postal, BIR, barangay, and voters IDs, valid passport or clearance. So in case ang inyong valid ID does not contain the required information, you should present another valid ID containing additional information. And IDs with lacking information, particularly ang date of birth, should be supported by a birth certificate which is authenticated or issued by the National Statistics Office or the local civil registrar. And examination fee of 700 pesos. So take note that failure to take the scheduled examination will mean forfeiture of your examination fee of 700 pesos. So din bala kamo mahimo nga magkuha kag mag-file sa inyong application forms. So we have application forms available at the CSC regional and field offices. And you can also download from the CSC website. And you may file your application sa ato na CSC Regional Office number 6 sa Oñate Street, Mandurriao, Iloilo City, or sa pinakamalapit ka CSC Field Office. So applicants who are incumbent BFP employees can also file sang ilang application form sa pinakamalapit nga BFP Regional Office. So we also have examination permits para sa paggagamiton sa examination. So ang inyong application receipt will serve as examination permit. For school assignments, qualified applicants can also use the online notice of school assignment para magkuha sang printout sang notice of school assignment. This will be available 2 weeks antes sang examination. So just visit the CSC website to access the online notice of school assignment or go to the examination announcement webpage. Or you may also contact the CSC Regional Office or Field Office kung sa diin ka mo nag-file sa inyong application 1 week before the examination day. So ano ba lang dapat pagadalon during the exam? So please bring your notice of assignment or application receipt, lead pencils number 1 or 2 with erasers, ball pen, blue or black ink only, and the same valid ID presented during the filing of application. So again, take note, please bring the following during the examination day. Notice of assignment or inyong application receipt, lead pencils 1 or 2, and eraser, ball pen, blue or black ink only, and the same valid ID presented during the filing of examination. So important reminders sa examinees. No valid ID, no examination. So dapat kayo inyong pagkadalo ng inyong valid ID. All personal belongings, kaangay sang cellphones, calculators, electronic gadgets, books, and review materials must be surrendered sa inyong room examiners. And firearms must also be surrendered to the security guard or designated firearm custodian sa entrance pa lang sang testing center. And please wear proper attire during the examination day. Please do not wear sleeveless shirt or blouse or short pants or slippers. So again, proper attire should be worn during the examination day. And the CSC would also like to remind examinees that the Commission uses a highly reliable system to detect cheats. So any form of cheating in any civil service exam shall be considered a violation of Republic Act 9416 or the anti-cheating law. And any person found guilty shall be meted the following penalties. So the form of cheating includes ang paggamit ng kodigo or crib sheets, impersonation, employing a person or poste inside or outside of the examination room who may or may not be an examinee but provides the examinee with answers. Collusion between examinees and examination personnel, examining number switching, possession and or use of fake certificate of eligibility, and other acts similar nature which facilitate the passing of the examination. Kaga, ang buyad tong atong detalye angot sa fire officer examination. Sa pihang kabahin, kadungan sa fire officer examination, magahiwat man sa qualifying test para sa foreign service officer examination. That will also be on March 10, 2013. So the Board of Foreign Service Examinations, pursuant to the provisions of the Foreign Service Act or Republic Act 7157 of 1991 and the Revised Administrative Code of 1987, announces the holding of the 2013 Foreign Service Officer Examinations to recruit candidates for appointment to the position of Foreign Service Officer Class 4. So applicants must be knowledgeable on the economic, political, and social conditions of the Philippines and must possess not only facility in oral and written communications but also the personality traits to the performance of the duties of Foreign Service Officers. So ano ba lang duties ng Foreign Service Officer? This includes gathering information, analyzing and reporting political, economic, technological, and cultural events and developments. Kalakip man diri amo ang drafting of diplomatic notes and correspondence, promoting Philippine culture and trade, and bringing in foreign investments. So those are some of the duties of a foreign service officer. So the examination is divided into 5 areas. So we have first the qualifying test on March 10, 2013. Those who pass the qualifying test will be qualified for the preliminary interview, the second phase. Then the third phase is the written test, fourth is the oral test, and the final phase is the psychological test. So the qualifying test on March 10 covers the following: English grammar and correct usage, reading comprehension, logical reasoning, quantitative reasoning and data interpretation, and leadership or knowledge of management concepts. So, by the way, we have various testing centers all over the country. Kag diri sa Region 6, we have testing centers in Bacolod City and Iloilo City. So, to pass the Foreign Service Officer Exam qualifying test, candidates must obtain a passing grade of at least 80% in order to qualify for the preliminary interview. So again, para sa mga luyag nga magkuha sa Foreign Service Officer Exam, agod maka-qualify ka mo for the interview, you must get a rating of at least 80% in the qualifying test. So what are the qualifications and requirements? So applicants should be natural-born Filipino citizens and currently permanent residents of the country. Applicants should not be more than 35 years of age on the day of the qualifying test. The maximum age limit, however, do not apply to those who have been employed in the Department of Foreign Affairs or Foreign Service Institute or for at least 2 years prior to the date of the qualifying examinations and who meet other qualification required of candidates for the examination. Applicants should have at least graduated from a 4-year bachelor's degree course or higher on or before the prescribed due date of submission of requirements, and shall present transcript of records and either the diploma, certificate of graduation, or its equivalent from a college or university of recognized standing. Applicants should have undergone employment or undertaken further studies after graduating from college or university, preferably at least 2 years. So, paano ba lang mag-apply? So, you may download application forms sa DFA website. That's www.dfa.gov.ph. Again, www.dfa.gov.ph. Or, you can personally secure applications sa main office, regional consular offices of the DFA, or Philippine embassies and consulates abroad. So, dito sa Region 6, we have a DFA RCO Bacolod na nahamtang sa 2nd floor, East Block Square, Circumferential Road, Barangay Villamonte, Bacolod City. Kag sa Iloilo City, nahamtang naman ang DFA Regional Consular Office sa Yulo Street, Iloilo City. So, application form shall be duly accomplished by applicants and submitted in person from December 12, 2012 until January 25, 2013. So, interested applicants have until January 25, 2013 to file their applications. So, please submit your applications at the Regional Consular Office or Philippine embassies or consulates abroad not later than January 31. That's for the case for submissions ng applications abroad. Applications shall no longer be accepted beyond the set deadlines. So again, please submit applications until January 25 at any of the DFA RCOs or Philippine embassies or consulates abroad, and not later than January 31 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon only at the Board of Foreign Service Examination Secretariat, 2nd floor, DFA Main Building, Rojas Boulevard, Pasay City. So applications with incomplete documentary requirements will not be accepted. So among the documentary requirements are the certified true copy of transcript of records from the college or university where the degree was obtained bearing the seal of the school, certified true copy of diploma or certificate of graduation bearing the seal of the college or university, proof of past or present employment or further studies, and original birth certificate issued by NSO. For married applicants, kinahanglan man mag-submit sang certified true copy of marriage contract from NSO, 8 pieces, 1.5 inches by 2 inches black and white or color studio taken photos taken within 6 months before the date of the exam, showing the full frontal view of the face of the applicant with name tag. So ang format is first name, middle initial, last name, and extension name, if any. Photocopied, scanned, and digitally enhanced pictures will not be accepted. And 2 self-addressed and self-stamped envelopes marked as priority mail. So there will be a non-refundable admission fee of 500 pesos from those who will take the qualifying test upon initial inspection and acceptance of their application. So para sa dugang detalyo on the Foreign Service Officer exam, please visit the DFA website. Again, that's www.dfa.gov.ph. Kagamoy atong aton nga updates on the Career Service Exam, Computer Assisted Test, Fire Officer Examination, and Foreign Service Officer Examination Qualifying Test. Nga pagkahiwato naman sa March 10, 2013. So para sa dugang nga detalye kag impormasyon, angot diri mahimo man kamo nga magtuwag sa CSC Regional Office 6 sa telepono 321-2668-269 o kung magbisita sa pinakamalapit na CSC Field Office. So, Memorandum Circular Number 19 Series of 2012. So, Republic Act Number 8491 or the Flag and Heraldic Code of the Philippines requires all government offices and educational institutions to observe the flag raising ceremony every Monday morning and the flag lowering ceremony every Friday afternoon. So, to ensure that government employees regularly accord respect to the Philippine flag, all heads of government agencies are enjoined to schedule a flag-raising ceremony every Monday or the next working day if Monday is declared a holiday, and a flag-lowering ceremony every Friday or on the last working day of each week. Agencies are advised to conduct the flag-raising and flag-lowering ceremonies at 8 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, respectively. Agency heads are enjoined to establish internal guidelines to strictly monitor attendance of personnel. Sa pihak kabahin, padayon man sa gihapon nga nagabaton ang Civil Service Commission sa nga nominations para sa 2013 Honor Awards program. So para sa mga interesado nga mag-submit sa ilang nominations, you may visit the CSC website www.csc.gov.ph para sa dugang nga detalye. The search under the Honor Awards program for outstanding public officials and employees has 3 categories. We have the Presidential Likod Bayan, the Danganang Bayan, and CSC Pag-asa Awards. So mahimo ka mga mag-secure sa guidelines and requirements and nomination forms paagi sa CSC website o kung sa CSC Regional Office or Field Offices. Inquiries regarding the search can also be sent directly to the HAP Secretariat at telephone numbers 02-931-7993 and 932-0381, hotline 02-932-0111, or text CSC 0917-839-8272, or email hap@webmail.csc.gov.ph. Deadline for submission of nominations sa Honor Awards will be on March 29, 2013. And there will be no extension sa atong deadline. So again, deadline for submission of nominations sa Honor Awards for 2013 will be on March 29. And another announcement, no? Ang contact center ng bayan can now be reached also through SMS. So para sa mga luyag ng mag-report, no, or mag-text, you can send your complaint through 0908-881-6565. Again, 0908-881-6565. So, the contact center ng bayan can also be reached through landline 16565. So, may charge lang of 5 pesos plus VAT per call anywhere in the Philippines via PLDT, smart, and digital landlines. The contact center ng bayan, ang sumbungan ng bayan, can also be accessed online at www.contactcenternangbayan.com.ph. So, you may call or text from Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And among ang pwede ninyo nga ma-submit itong reklamo will be, for instance, fixing activities, non-compliance sa Citizens Charter, no, sa mga government agencies. So again, you may now reach the contact center ng bayan at 0908-881-6565. Kag-amuyat tong kabugusan sa ato nga programa.